This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
Construction continues here on campus. We got the football facility being built over here. We've got Lindsey Nelson behind us as it continues to go up. And man, that's a long way to go before a baseball game just in a couple of months.
But hey, well, it's not going to be completely done, but at least they've got some steel going up here in the last 2 weeks. But yeah, you got some growth and you got some expansion, and I'll transition that into the 2-minute drill. That's what Josh Heupel and the Tennessee offense is looking for this week as Mississippi State comes to town.
Yeah, you hear Coach Heupel talk, and I mean, he's saying a lot of the same things we're saying. You got to clean things up. It's an 11-man game, but flashes Saturday night. Nico played well. His eyes. Coach Heupel complimented what he did in the run game, and getting them into the right spot. Again, a little bit of growth, not where they need to be, not where they need to be to beat a team like Georgia, but growth.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he used the term not an overhaul. You got to fix some things, but it doesn't need to be overhauled. So, yeah, they're getting closer, but clearly there's frustration. He acknowledged the frustration.
Yeah.
He's never had an offense like this in terms of struggling as bad as they have in the first half, but it's an opportunity to go and grow, and I think that's a message to his football team. Regardless of playoff talk and rankings and all those things, the message internally is simply about growing and getting better.
Well, that's what you asked him about the playoff talk, and he just said, do you remember who was ranked first last year? I remember who was ranked first 2 years ago. It's Tennessee.
Right.
But nobody remembers that outside of this building. Same thing last year. I think that's what his message to his team.
Yeah, but again, I think that you have to be ready to deal with it because you're putting a name by a number Tuesday night. And it's no longer, quote, speculation. It's, as of today, here's where it's at. Now, you got a lot of football to be played, but this is a little bit more, it's a little bit different than it's been in the past. It's a little bit like the NCAA bubble talk. How do you handle that with your team as a coach? I think as a football coach, I don't think you dwell on it. I think you address it, you move on. And again, focus on the fact that you control your own destiny and you got to get better.
As for Mississippi State, they're moving it around a little bit better than they were earlier in the year. Defensively, they're a struggle bus. But, again, they're going to give Tennessee potentially some problems if Tennessee doesn't, play their run fits and play gap integrity and all that stuff that Coach Heupel talked about.
Well, and listen, you got to get lined up fast and you got to communicate. I don't think Tennessee communicated as well in the Kentucky game as they had previously, and that's something that you don't want those habits to go in the wrong direction. Tennessee faces tempo on the practice field all the time. They're going to face it Saturday in Neyland Stadium for the first time. How do you handle that? Catch your breath, understand rotations may be a little bit different, stay calm. All those things are a point of emphasis this week as Mississippi State with Jeff Levy will come in and do a lot of the same things that Tennessee tries to do offensively.
Mississippi State rolls into town. It's a 7 o'clock kick on ESPN. He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price for the Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill.